addicted to success.
What's up, black people and good allies? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of rules, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 117. My name is Fresh, and I'm on half of the pod guys. And with me, as always, is the best man in all the podcast land, Mr. B. Hill. You may be able to tell in the tone of the show, today's show is going to be a little bit different. Today will not be a traditional format show. It's a lot of things going on in the world, and I do and I understand that it is a lot going on in the world, and episode about something heavy may not be what you want right now. And I totally understand, and we take no offense to that. Just know that on this episode, we're going to talk about some real things, you know, and we pride this podcast on being an escape from reality, where we get to talk about the bullshit and the funny shit and the problems of the rich and entertainers and all of that. But it's a lot going on right now. Due to circumstances beyond our control, our last week's episode actually did not post until Monday. So if you're looking for a traditional format show, go back to episode 116 and listen to that and get up with us next week when we come back with more of what you enjoy and love about this particular podcast. But for those who are ready to listen to some real conversation and some real feelings about the state of the world and what's going on right now, you know, not long ago, like 6 years ago, in July 2014, we saw a cell phone video of Eric Garner's final words as the New York City police officers sat on his head and pinned him down to the ground on the sidewalk. And he said, "I can't breathe." And now, fast forward 6 years later, on May 25th, 2020, the same words were spoken by George Floyd. George Floyd pleaded for his life as a Minnesota officer knelt on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, pinned him down to the ground in the Minneapolis streets, while 4 other officers watched on and protected that officer from civilian intervention. He uttered the same exact words, "I can't breathe." I don't know if you guys know this, but since 2015, there's been over 1,200 Black people who have been shot and killed by the police, according to the Washington Post database that tracks shootings. That doesn't even include individuals who died in police custody or other methods were used to kill individuals, murder individuals in police custody. As y'all see over the past week, people have assembled all over the country condemning the killing of George Floyd by the Minneapolis police officer, Derek Chauvin. And what initially turned out to be peaceful protests all over the United States, in every single state, all 50 states, there were protests. Those protests has now erupted into full-blown chaos, fresh on the heels of a pandemic. With the help, of course, of Donald Trump, the police, and white agitators, curfews have been instituted, the National Guards have been deployed, properties have been damaged, lives have been destroyed. Right now, it's the definition of civil unrest. Everybody fed up and tired of being tired. And today, we're going to talk about it. B. Hill.
Yeah.
How are you, my guy? How are you holding up in this climate?
I'm not as bummed as I was. You know what I mean? I guess sadly, or I don't know. I mean, it's just, it's kind of a part of the norm. So I'm just interested to see, I guess maybe like I've had information overload. So in terms of like all the shit that's been going on, obviously, cause it's just a lot. I guess I just kind of settled in it, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit like Saturday and Sunday was kind of wicked, you know what I'm saying? Like just seeing how like just the civil unrest, you know what I'm saying? That came about of it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you go through the gambit of emotions and then you got all these people saying certain shit and, you know, just reigniting or kind of, you know, I mean, it's just been so much fucking shit in the past fucking, you know, not even, I guess in a week's time, right? Cause he died when he died. He died on Tuesday
May 25th.
Or Monday. Yeah, what is that? What's today?
May 25th was
last
Day?
Monday, right?
Yeah.
Last Monday.
Yeah, last Memorial Day. I say Labor Day, but yeah, last Memorial Day.
Yeah,
last Memorial Day. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, it's just a lot's transpired since then, you know what I mean? And, while like, maybe I'm in a catatonic state, not physically, obviously, but, just, you know, mentally and, you know, kind of just dealing with it, you know what I'm saying, in that regard, because, you know, it's not a whole lot that I can do, but it's just, you know, it's just every time you open your phone, you know, to look at anything, it's just like, you know, holy shit, this just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, he said this. It's just, you know, information overload. It's just a lot. And that's it. Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. That's the, you know, the pill. It's just a big ass pill of fucking wild shit going on. You know what I mean? So otherwise, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't live. I'm high, so that also helps.
I
Smoke weed.
I feel you. I have my whole vibe going on. I'm not high yet, but I do have my wine. I got, you know, the herbs just in case I feel like doing that. I got my incense. Like, I was like, zen. Like, you have to make a effort to prepare your sanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, it's not something that just happens. Like, you have to make an effort at self-care. You know what I mean? Or, you know, or you will break. Friday, you know, things started going left and people were hitting me like, hey, you okay? You okay? You okay? I don't live downtown, where, you know, protests were going on and things like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm good, you know, and I'm looking at social media. I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at all this. And I'm like, yo, like, shit is really going left out here. As y'all know, it was my birthday this weekend. So I made a concerted effort to be like, yo, for 48 hours, like, you about to try to block all of this out your head as much as possible, right? Again, another concerted effort to protect my mental health. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I was able to do that of sorts. I was still seeing stuff, you know, your natural reaction, you know, when there's a lull in the entertainment is to pick up your phone. You know what I'm saying? Scroll. Like your first reaction is to hit that Instagram button or, you know, whatever and just see what's going on. And it was just so much going on. I just closed my phone. I remember seeing a post with
well, before that,
child soldiers.
Let's go before that. How was your birthday? Let's
well, I'll end it on that. Well, okay. I can
leave with love. Because, I mean, you know, how was your birthday? Did you enjoy it? Because let's not just glance over the fact that it's your birthday. So how was your birthday?
No, I was going to end with that. I was going to end the show on positivity, but we can definitely step that. My birthday was amazing.
Yeah, let's talk about your birthday. You enjoy yourself?
My birthday was amazing. In spite of everything that's going on, my birthday was great. I just want to say, like, get yourself good friends. And I didn't, you know, I already had prepared myself weeks ago. You know what I mean? That I, you know, wasn't even thinking about this stuff here. I'm thinking about quarantine and COVID-19 and all that. And just coming to the realization that my birthday was going to be lackluster this year, like very lackluster this year. But any of y'all who know me, like, my birthday is like a whole 6-week celebration. Like, you know, like, people hit me like, yo, where does the tour start? My birthday tour. So it wasn't anything like that. And so I decided to go kick it with some friends in Charlotte. And shout out to Bone and Toy and B and Tia and Kelly and Skinny and those guys who I've been friends with, majority of them since college. You know what I'm saying? All doing well, all inspirations. You know, those my niggas. And they created like this 2-day birthday celebration for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do anything. Like, all I said is I was coming. And they like, all right, bet. I got a dope ass Jordan 1 shoe cake.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was awesome. And it actually tastes good. You know, it's hard for things that look good when it comes to like cakes and stuff with all that fondant and stuff on it to actually taste good. It was strawberry cake, one of my favorite cakes. And it was awesome. Drank, smoked, talked, caught up. Great scenery, great vibe. Crab boil, brunch, everything. It was great. So I had a good time, man. And it was, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm blessed to have another year. You know what I'm saying? And I really am like time flying because like I literally remember being in Jamaica, which seemed like 2-3 months ago when it was actually a year ago. I didn't know like that was going to be my like my last big trip for right now. You know what I'm saying? But it was amazing. Get yourself good friends and get yourself friends who just love to love you for who you are.
I consider them people family. That ain't like friend. That like when you got a bond over fucking 10 to 15 years, and like it's a tight knit bond. Those people are family. Like
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like family, I guess it's. But yeah, you gotta like, especially because I don't have like a huge family, so like I be, you know. My people is my fucking family. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of that. So it's pretty dope. But yes, that's dope. I'm glad that. Yeah. Speaking of, my nephew or my godson, my best friend, his son's birthday was on the 30th and shit. So we had like a small little party at his crib. We cooked out and shit. It was dope. We had a good time. Like it literally was not a whole lot. We were just playing fucking cornhole, and me and my homeboy got our ass whooped we got our ass whooped on cornhole. I've never got beat that bad. I'm talking about like 5 fucking games in a row. Like we beat the niggas the first time. Them niggas was spanking our goddamn ass. Like so, and I love playing cornhole. That shit is like the old man fucking. Like it's like horseshoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we was out there just bullshitting. I
never even heard of cornhole until I got to North Carolina.
I never heard of it till like I started fucking with white people and working and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas didn't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that shit fun though. But yeah, so I just kicked it with them. We had a good time on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I stayed out till shit like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Kids, it was good because the kids got to play with my godson and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like they hadn't really been around any other kids at all. You know what I'm saying? Besides my neighbors and shit. So it was dope for them to get out and be able to kind of stretch their legs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So good weekend, despite all the fuck shit. And that's when the fucking riots and shit went down and all that other shit, like in the protests. And for here, because we had protests, it's been protests everywhere, obviously, but it was a pretty significant one downtown. You know, and them tear gas, the whole nine, like all that shit like that. So, but you know, I didn't take part because I probably would have went down there early on, but like I said, I was at a birthday party for, you know, a 6-year-old, so we was more concerned about that, obviously. But on a different day, if it was maybe another day, I probably would have went down there because from the account that I was told, it was cool until niggas, like not even niggas, till the fucking police just start tear gassing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like for no reason, they started that shit early.
Yeah.
Like they was in front of the police. My man was saying he was like, they was in front of the police and they was like, fuck the police or some shit like that. And then like just kind of dancing and bouncing around and shit. And then next thing they know, big ass fucking tear gas shit. And that's when all the mayhem ensued with the fucking looting and all that other shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. You know, I think that, you know, this situation right here was just like the culmination of like the perfect storm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got people who have been locked in the crib for 2.5 months. For
sure.
Broke, you know, so they're already at their wits' end, broke. Yep. Unemployment rates are as high as that it's been. You know what I'm saying? We're literally in the middle of a pandemic. But let me tell you, I haven't heard anything about COVID-19 in a week.
Nah, for sure.
Like, I haven't heard anything about COVID-19 in at least a good 5 days.
For sure. The narrative swung completely. Like, I ain't heard this shit. Since Brett died, I ain't heard about COVID. Like, that since May 25th, I ain't heard shit about COVID. Like, unless somebody said, like, you know, wear your mask and shit like that. But, like, in terms of stats and, you know, fucking how that shit was the only headline for, you know, fucking 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. It was just like, damn, like, on one hand, I'm just like, what you expect? But on the other hand, I'm just like, based on what I'm saying, it ain't us. Like I said, it was Trump, the police, and all these white agitators that we're catching on camera, literally breaking into places, looting stores, spray painting shit, dressed in all black. Some of them the police, some of them just fucking racist.
This shit wild.
You know what I'm saying?
This shit is fucking nuts, bro. Like this shit right here is like keeping it a band. Like, this is the wildest. This shit is the wildest shit of all time. Like, of all time. Like, I ain't gonna say of all time, but of a modern day fucking times of my lifetime. And even like, I don't want to discount. I was going to try to compare it to like what our forefathers and foremothers. What is it? Is it foremothers?
I think forefathers is a gender neutral term. In my opinion.
I guess it's like CK1.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like Dove body spray.
CK1.
But yeah,
CK1.
CK1 was that shit. It was. They had another one too that was mad unisex and shit.
You and your bra smell the same. That's hilarious. Babe, 10. Let me wear the CK1. You wear the CK1 tonight? Or you?
Just rub against me. We ran out, just rub against
like me. A perfume sample.
Yeah, for sure. But nah, sorry. Just try to interject some jest in here in the midst of the fuck
listen,
shit,
y'all know that I'm silly. We still gotta be us. As black people, we professional lemonade makers.
For sure.
So that's just what we do.
But my point being, sorry to get off track, but basically saying like, you know what I mean? Like, I won't compare it to anything of the civil rights because we're not getting sprayed with hoses and shit and all that shit. And we didn't have to do that shit, you know, but for my lifetime, for sure. And
it's rubber bullets and tear gas and tasers though.
Yeah. Well, no dogs and shit. Like, that shit used to be real for them. Like, it wasn't being filmed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit. Yeah. So, you know, and that shit went on for years and years and years. This is we've protested before and this shit has been fucked up, but it hasn't been to this extent. You know what I'm saying? And, so I guess since the 80s, well, shit, I don't know when the Watts riots were or anything. I think that was like in the 60s or 70s. So I guess the last real riot that I could think of, I don't know.
It's been a bunch of riots.
I mean, like, to this magnitude, like, a nationwide riot. This has like been a nationwide protest / riot, like every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally been protests in every fucking city across the fucking country. Like, they showed some stat on CNN and the entire fucking country was red. I thought it was like the Democrat shit, and I looked at it, I was like, I mean the Republican shit. I looked at it, I was like, holy shit! They said protest. I'm like, wow. So it's just unprecedented.
That was awesome, though.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's unprecedented. You know what I mean, in terms of that, and it's our modern day civil war, you know, or civil rights movement. You know what I mean? So, it's going to be interesting. Go ahead.
I asked the question this weekend. Actually, we were sitting around talking, kicking it. And I asked the question, I said, do you all feel as though right now is the most one generation has had to deal with at one time? And I'm talking about the different things that are going on, right? Like, you got the highest unemployment rate, so people don't have jobs. The Great Depression was
1807 or some shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing. So we basically got like the Great Depression. We got a fucking pandemic going on, a pandemic going on right now. We have a dictator for a president who literally has some bullshit every single day.
That motherfucker everywhere. For 4 years.
Yes. Every
He's
day
had some
for
shit
4
every
years.
day for 4 years.
So 365 times 4, y'all can do the math on that.
There, boy.
You know what I'm saying? And we're dealing with the same racism amplified. And also we're dealing with all of the images and all of the things that we get from social media because everything is now recorded. Like, I'm not trying to devalue any of the movements, but it just seemed like all of this is a lot at one fucking time. Like,
it is.
We're experiencing shit that, you know, like, that has never happened before. Like, we've been locked in the crib literally for 2 months, and then you know what they did after that? Locked us in the crib some more.
Right. Niggas ain't abiding by curfew. I'm gonna tell you that now. Police, y'all niggas need to go pick some niggas. That Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh, North Carolina is turned right now. Fuck that shit. Y'all niggas talking about a fucking curfew at 8 o'clock. Them niggas sent me a text. I was in the crib. Well, fuck 12. But, yeah, that shit, niggas ain't adhering to that curfew for sure. And around these parts. I don't know what it look like in Atlanta, but I'm pretty sure if it's like that here, it's pretty much like that there.
It's probably like down south side. I don't even know. But what do you feel about?
You in the crib either way, right?
Either way, it don't even matter to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that I don't care about what's going on. I just know the bullshit that's going on too. That don't have nothing to do with what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
They coming after people for no reason.
You think you'd have been outside if you was like 21, 22?
During this presidency? Nah.
Yeah.
I already knew what was going to happen. I already knew what was going on. Like, I was with the shits when, you know, when we were talking about, Eric Garner and, you know, Sandra Bland, I was with it. You know what I'm saying? I done attended a few, protests, you know what I'm saying, downtown and all of that. But this shit here, I already knew this nigga was with the bullshit. I already knew this was a setup. And I already have my conspiracy theory about, you know, the situation. I feel like a lot of this has to do with, you know, the election coming up, making people ineligible to vote, can't vote. You know, the primaries in North Carolina and other places were yesterday.
Nah, they weren't here.
It's Wednesday.
They weren't.
The primaries weren't in North Carolina?
Nah.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
About that? I thought I saw that on the list because I kept posting the joint saying North Carolina. Maybe not. I mean, maybe not. I was looking for my joint.
Fucking
Did North Carolina already have their primaries?
I think so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think they was.
You're right. It was Indiana, Iowa, New Mexico, Maryland, DC, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, and Montana. Ours is Monday. So I'm definitely going to vote in the primaries, but I feel like all of this is planned and this is contrived and there's reason. Yeah. I saw something today where, Mitch McConnell was like, you know, Trump is the only president in his lifetime. And he seemed like an old motherfucker, but he white, so he could be 26. But, Trump is the only president in his lifetime that doesn't even pretend to want to unify people.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even fake like that. He doesn't give people hope. Like, and if you don't have hope, you don't have nothing. And this is what happens when you don't have hope.
That's what Obama, that's why he run. I mean, that's why he won. He won off hope. Like, he was the most hopeful. He ain't
inspiration.
Do shit, but he ain't do shit.
I don't like that. I don't like that statement. I don't like that statement that he didn't do shit. Like, that's a real blanket statement.
He did some shit, but he could have done some better shit.
He could have did some more focused things that targeted the black community too. For sure.
Niggas definitely died on his watch.
People died on everybody's watch. And I'm not saying that Obama isn't fallible, but we're not about to act like Obama was a shit-ass president when we know he was literally the best president we'd have had out of 45 of them bitches.
For sure.
Like, regardless. Like, I just don't like that because I feel like that's been, like, when we get on this black on black thing, right?
That's true.
So let's get on that. Let's get on that. Like, I get upset when black people take the time to kick black people while they're already down. Like, if you want to talk about this, you had a lot of days to talk about this. But when we're talking about like police brutality and you have that one applehead motherfucker that go, oh, but black people is killing other black people. Why can't y'all do that? Or finding something like this whole Obama didn't do shit for black people narrative every time y'all see Trump. Like, and I say y'all like the general y'all, not necessarily putting it towards you, B. It is like, it bothers me. Like, it bothers me. Like, this ain't the time, my nigga. Like, this ain't the time because it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Like, black on black crime is a thing, but only because it's crime. 93% of crime with homicide with black people were appropriated by other black people, right? But 84% of white crime is perpetuated by white people.
Yeah, it's all about
crime is only about proximity and who you live around. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Your community. Black people live with black people, so the crime is going to be against black people. White people, Hispanics against Hispanics. Whatever your community is, whoever you are in close proximity with, that's crime. That's crime. Should we stop killing each other? Yes. Is crime going to stop? No.
Right.
Why? Because we already talked about it. Systemic racism. We're talking about redlining. We're talking about unemployment. We're talking about black people just not having a leg up anywhere. Like, people hurting. You know what I'm saying? People been hurting since the beginning of the time. You know what I'm saying? That ain't stopped. People ain't stopped hurting. Them niggas in Chicago killing each other all day and night because they ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the answer. I'm not saying it's the answer. Listen, I lived in D.C. When they had fucking the highest crime rates in the country. Like, niggas is killing niggas for dumb shit. Niggas is killing niggas to just simply feed their family. You know what I'm saying? Crime is happening like everywhere. I just feel like this ain't the time for that. And it seemed like some self-hate type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
We got to unify. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like some shit go on with your family. You gonna fight for your family. You're not about to sit and talk about how your sister slapped your other sister 2 weeks ago.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what we talking about right now. You know, have you seen the black people who pitched blacks got to stop killing blacks first, and we don't care about each other. Ain't nobody else don't care about each other.
Yeah, of course. Not this go round, but
I've been saying that.
You know, in previous cop deaths, maybe in Ahmaud and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's always those. I mean, you always had the niggas that sold niggas to Africa. Like, it's just gonna be them. Like, I mean, it's always gonna be the fuck nigga that's there. Like, and I can't remember if we talked about it on this. I don't know. I've been talking so fucking much recently, but
it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, we got new listeners and everything. Yeah, state your case, my brother.
But basically, it's just, it's always gonna be fuck niggas around. You know what I'm saying? That want to kick a nigga off the island and shit just on the, they'll cut their nose off to spite their face. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And,
yes.
That's just how some people are. And I won't even put that to, black people specifically, but I think it's just a human characteristic. It's just certain people that are just out for self, like, and just extremely selfish. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just like, a direct correlation between the two.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
You know what blows me is because it's like, I can get a selfish motherfucker. Like, I can understand a selfish motherfucker because they just out for self. You know what I mean? Like, these people who are like, hey, black people kill black people, and you not getting shit out of it. Like, you just talking down about people for no apparent reason.
But that's
like,
just haters.
What do you get
They're just
out
haters.
Of that?
Like, some people are just haters. Some people are just some people will live below the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a training way the fuck back in the day, like, be above the line. People just live there. Like, people just wallow in
I was about to say, that's definitely a corporate term.
For sure. But people just
board, below board. Above the line, below the line.
For sure. So, like, some people just wallow in misery. You know what I'm saying? And misery loves company and shit. So, it's always going to be detractors from everything positive or any type of insight. It's always going to be those who, can't see the trees for the forest type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you just take that with a grain of salt and just, keep it moving and try not to fall into it because it's easy to fall into because, again, misery loves company and shit. So, like, and hate, hate breeds hate, you know what I'm saying? It's easier to hate than it is to love, you know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of it. Because it takes more energy to love, you know what I'm saying? I think, like, do
you think it takes more energy to love?
I don't know. Like, the good energy,
I feel like it's so easy to be nice. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
It's so easy to be like, I like being nice to people because I don't have no reason to be mean to people. You know what I'm saying? And
for sure.
I get my personality and things like that. Sometimes I get accused of like being a flirt and shit like that. But I just be like, if you can make somebody smile, why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's free. You might have made their day. Like,
you might get some pussy too.
You might have made that day. You might have got anything out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nice. Like, I just want to be like, I don't see how you wake up upset, but that's an internal thing. I got a different type of grasp on my mental health than maybe some other people. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people is dealing with shit and they don't know why they angry. They don't know why they a hater. They don't know, why they have this self-hate against they black skin and they black mama and they black daddy. And, you know what I'm saying? We just talked about Doja Cat last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never saw her daddy. Like, her daddy abandoned her. That could be the reason why she feel comfortable in, white racist spaces.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that self-hate is like a real thing that people gotta deal with. Nigga, let me tell you who I love most in this world. Myself. Like, you gotta love yourself. Like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love your mama. You can't love God. You can't love your kids. Like, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta love yourself. And when you love yourself, that love radiates out. And it's infectious to those who are around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a good spirit. I've been told I'm a good spirit. And I think because we're happy people for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like being around us. People ask us to come around. And that's because of energy. And that's because of what we put out. You know what I'm saying? And then you have these people that are so angry, but they can't understand why they so angry is because people feel that negative energy. I feel negative energy. I be like, man, I don't want this vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this vibe. Like, I leave an environment that's not giving me like a good feeling. Like, you gotta listen to like your intuition. I just feel like life too short to be around a sour motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Deal with your issues. You know what I'm saying? Come back after you deal with your issues. Some people don't want to help either. Some people thrive off chaos. Some people is getting off right now to everything that's going on out here. Like, they thrive off of that shit, Yeah. Let me ask you a question though. Go back into your memory banks. When was the first time you felt like you were introduced to the police and police brutality?
Well, the first time that I was introduced to it was Rodney King. I remember seeing the Rodney King videos, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time that, that shit was televised. Well, not the first time, but
in your memory, probably, because you were young, because I was young.
Yeah, I was probably like, that shit happened in like 91. So I was probably like 8.
Yeah.
So,
that shit was like time. Then. We saw Rodney King fucking get beat the fuck down by the police. I think it was like,
niggas got off like
some
shit.
people died, like 63 people died in those riots. It was a 6-day riot. They was tearing up shit in LA. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were like injured and shit like that. And if I recall, like, none of those officers got time, right? Like, that was the whole reason for the riots, because none of them got time.
Yeah, they gave that nigga like $10 million or $7 million, and that shit fucked his life up even more. Because you gave a nigga that was beat the fuck up by the police and got the most PTSD of all people in the world fucking $7 million. So he just squandered all his money, couldn't trust nobody. Like, he was on, remember like Celebrity Rehab and shit with Dr. Drew?
Ooh, good one, yes.
And Rodney King was up there and like, he was talking about
that's a throwback because he died back in 2012.
Yeah, but he was fucking going through it. Like, the nigga was in that rehab, fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, fucked up in the game. Had all that money and was living in squalor despite it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, had like a fucking 2 or 3 bedroom house. And that shit was, you know, like he was just fucked up, which he rightfully so. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He was made a mockery of type shit. You know, like, you know how many Rodney King jokes is? I'm gonna beat your ass like, right? You think about it, looking back at now, like that shit is fucked up. Like
that shit is super fucked up.
That shit is super fucked up.
That shit is super
like niggas
fucked
used to
up.
have mad jokes like beat your ass like Rodney King. Like, you know, like nigga, that looking like that shit ain't right. Like these white motherfuckers beat the shit out.
We probably said that at some point in time.
We
did.
like fucking Tokyo Jets all over again.
You know, that the Rodney King thing to me was like, I don't want to call it the Rodney King thing because that sounds very like dismissive. That's not what I mean. But you know, the Rodney King event, I remember that. I remember being young. I remember seeing it like on TV. You know, like we said, like it was televised. Like, and that was 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that was 30 years ago. Yeah. So, and it was like recorded from like someone's balcony or something. I don't even know what they used to record.
It was a VHS, one of them fucking camcorder, them big shits on the shoulder.
Right. Shout out to the big Spike Lee camera. My granddad had one of those and we used to use that shit all the time. Think of youngsters. Think of a video camera that can fit like a full size VHS in it.
Like, a VHS, that shit, you gotta know what a VHS is too.
Yeah, that's true.
You talking about a full size beat like that? They're like, what's that? They're looking like.
Think of a fat ass DVD. That's a square.
Nigga, think of a book. think of a fucking book. That shit was big as a fucking book. That was
Vax. That shit was just definitely a big ass book.
That shit was what's Michelle Obama book? Becoming. I am Michelle Obama. It was like putting that shit into another fucking big ass thing and lugging that shit around, hitting record. That was our fucking Instagram.
Hey, think of it as
Simple Times.
War and Peace. That shit was thick as fuck.
Definitely with Britannica. You had a whole fucking
Shout out to encyclopedias. Did you ever read an encyclopedia?
I had them. I ain't read them though.
My grandma had encyclopedias. And like back in the day, people used to like buy encyclopedias like a couple at a time and shit. And I was thinking like, yo, the information in them shits is so outdated. Like,
right.
By the time you buy the shit is outdated.
Yeah, like mad shit done happened by then.
Encyclopedias, damn. Shout out to encyclopedias.
I had the children's joint. I had the children's encyclopedias and shit.
My grandma had the regular joints and she had the kid joints and she had them in her living room. I can see them right now. Shout out to 14th and T Street, DC Uptown, represent. And I used to go in that joint and like look for shit. Like, they don't have encyclopedias. I guess it's Wikipedia now, huh? I mean, the internet is basically right.
Yeah, Google, you mean? Yeah.
That is very true, man. But shout out to encyclopedias. But like that, the Rodney King shit, like that was like super crazy, and it's just crazy. There was a post that I want to say you posted. Correct if I'm wrong. And the Farrakhan post.
Oh yeah, powerful. I love Farrakhan.
Yeah, where like we still talking about the same shit.
Same shit. 1964. What was the agenda? Jobs and equality.
Yes.
20 years anniversary of that. What was the same agenda? Jobs and equality. 2010. What's the agenda? Jobs and fucking equality. But goddamn it, motherfucker slapped that table. Said, why are we still asking the white man for the same shit that we can do ourselves? And I said, boy, like he speaks with so much fervor and like and just in tenacity. Like I love that shit, man. That shit was amazing. But like
the greatest gift is to inspire.
If you're able to ever watch that C-SPAN, he, and it's fucked up because they silenced him. And you know, his religious views are what they are. But when it comes to black people, getting away from the religious views, but just the love and the honor and the fucking regard that he and the Nation of Islam hold black people to is something like no other, in my opinion. Out of everything like Christianity, black church and all that, none of them speak to the essence and the beauty and the, everything. I mean, I can name a million adjectives that we are, but nobody really speaks to it like the Nation of Islam. And I appreciate that more so than anything. Like the religious aspects, you can do it. I'm cool on that. But just if you go back,
pride.
just the black pride and the sense of unity and the sense of like just and you know, just the sense of power that it comes from. If you look at Minister Farrakhan, he's been saying the same thing that we are going through now. Like, we don't need white people for shit. Like, and it's so true, because we need our own. We have the capability to do it. So if you ever get a chance to look at, it was like the C-SPAN. It was run by Tavis Smiley. It had like Jesse Jackson. It had a whole bunch of leaders, and he just steps out above. Like, it had Al Sharpton, Tavis Smiley, Cornel West, like a lot of, you know, brilliant black minds. Michael Eric Dyson, who I also find very, you know, very ill. He's super. That
he was a speaker at one of my graduations.
He knows the most words.
I think it was my master's.
A word. That's dope.
Shout out to him.
For sure. He knows the most words in the world. Like, I've never, like,
more than T.I.? What?
More than him and DLE, we have the fucking broadest vocabulary I've ever heard from black people. It's amazing. But yeah, if you get a chance, like, go to those, if I don't know if they're still on YouTube or not, but they should be. It's like the C-SPAN, town halls with Tavis Smiley, like I said, Cornel West, a bunch of just really intelligent black people. And then if you hear him, like, it's like, you see, like, when you see Mike in the NBA, like, it's a bunch of niggas that can hoop, but it's like certain niggas that just, you know, stand out. And he's an incredible orator, and some of the same things that he's practiced and he's preached is the same things that we're dealing with. It was one that I saw another clip when he was talking on Phil Donahue, was like in the early 80s, kicking that shit, like everything, like straight, like telling these white people, like, you're basically saying the same sentiments that Tamika Mallory had, who I want to applaud that sister for getting out there and doing her thing. She smoked that, but it was pretty much the same thing that he, you know, he's been preaching. So you could tell she's the fruit of his tree. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just being spreading this message about just black pride and black unity, man. And just togetherness. We need this more than ever. And, you know, it's a lot of good shit out there. You know, 'cause at this point, you know, the protest is eventually going to quail, right? And the fighting and the rioting is going to eventually fizzle out, but the action has to come. And it's the onus is in fact on, white people. But we have to do our part, meaning that we have to get out there and vote. We got to get these people out. We got to, you know, vote on a local level. I've made a pledge to myself to get to know these candidates and different things. I've said that several different times, but it's more and more important to me than ever. Because I don't know what these motherfuckers are fucking, you know, what their stances are and how they're aligned and if our policies align. And at this point, like, you know, the old adages or the running theme, I guess, recently is, you know, vote your interest, but that couldn't be more, true, because it comes down to police chiefs. It comes down to, you know, your mayors and, you know, councilmen and all. It comes down to that. Cause 9 times you're going to be in Raleigh or wherever you live for the majority of the time. So you need to be, you know, seeing who these people are and get them in or out of office. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where the change happens. I also think the change comes in with education. 'Cause you see, especially on Facebook, like these motherfuckers are, you know, commenting and doing all type of crazy shit, and Facebook is getting motherfuckers out of there. Like, it was a lady in Wake County school system. She was found. She said some fuck shit. They fired her ass. Like, we got to put the pressure on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And when
it come down to shit like this, Facebook, I feel like, is the location. That's where the shit be going on. Like, that shit be going Facebook, on. And I'm not even a Facebook person like that, but I be hearing about it and shit.
That shit, like, goes down.
They get them
up
out of there.
Bruh, it was a donuts motherfucker, I think Raleigh Mini Donuts. He said some fuck shit, and that nigga canceled. Like, that shit's fucked up. Like, mad shit, like these, like, people are not fucking with people. That's where the whole fucking Chick-fil-A and, you know, everybody that supported, you know, Donald Trump recently, like, they just reposted that shit, and that shit's going crazy. And so that's where we hit them, man. We hit them in the pocketbook. Yeah. We hit them, you know, if they say some fuck shit, get their ass fired. Is this the company? Is this what your company represents? Motherfucker, put the pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, get these motherfuckers out of here. Do the education system. All that.
I think it's so amazing. It's amazing to me. White people amaze me. And let me tell you why white people amaze me. They see every day, or at least once a week, where some Karen or some white person is trying to block some black person from doing something like they're the police, right?
Watching birds.
Right. So like even like just going to the gym, I saw the entrepreneur guys who were written a weed workspace and all of that. White people are constantly defending shit that's not theirs.
They're
like
not
that's
theirs.
not your fucking gym. This not your fucking store.
It's
this
not your fucking land.
It's facts.
It's not your. You can't defend. This is not yours.
The fuck? They see that every single. They see it often, but yet it's still they do it anyway, knowing they're being recorded, knowing that once this shit go viral, you out of here, Karen.
Yeah, like
out of here,
fuck?
Tom.
Chill,
you
bro.
Out of here. What drives you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what drives you to protect some shit that's not yours? And I feel like it's just innate in them how they stole the land, how they stole people, how they stole everything. They feel like if this applies to you, this applies to you. They feel like anything is theirs. Everything is theirs. Like, privilege knows no bounds.
Entitlement, man. That is the most.
Entitlement knows no bounds.
But it's like, I guess I'm trying to rationalize it from their point. Like,
yeah, that's what I be trying to do too. Because I be wondering about people's minds and how they work and why they work like that. You know what I mean?
What makes you feel like? But I mean, I guess if you get up every day and knowing that like you ain't got the world against you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've never woken up to the point where like, it may not necessarily be like omnipresent, right? Well, maybe it is. It's not like directly in your face, but you know,
right? Omnipresent is around. You're right. I think you're using the right word.
Yeah. So if you see like the police as a black person, I ain't got shit going on. Tag's good. No weed. Driving slow.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm still
Facts.
nervous. I've never not looked in my rearview mirror when I pass the police. Like never not. Like I don't just assume that they just on their way. Never. Like never. And the worst fear for a black man is to see their fucking brake lights hit. So.
But the thing about that
as a white man, they don't have that.
10 times more for you. And I feel it too, like as a black woman. You know what I mean? Just being black.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm black before anything else.
Yeah.
So I understand, like, you feeling like super crazy. I feel crazy too.
That's what I'm saying. They don't feel that. Like, they'll never know. And that's just like the fundamental, like, that's the most grassroots, like, you know, white versus black. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of feeling where you just have, it's just this veil of, you know, possibilities of fuck shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, any person has, you know, obviously anything, accidents happen and shit happens to good people all the time, but to black people, it's a heightened sensitivity and a heightened awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like, your fucking spidey senses has always got to be on tack. Like, you can never, the time
always.
that
you can't never rest.
Yeah, because you got to worry about us, you got to worry about them, you got to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Like, being black is the toughest shit being black Americans is the toughest thing that you have to deal with. Cause it is like, you got to worry about us. You got to worry about like, you got to worry about them. You got to worry
about everybody.
Got to worry about everybody.
There's not a country, as far as my research has determined, there's really not a country in the world that is not against black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you go to places like Africa, and you know, Africans don't really fuck with African Americans.
Yeah. Y'all
was the niggas who got caught. Yeah. Like, we don't fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I dated an African once. And I'm not making a blanket statement about Africans, but it is a very high percentage of Africans who feel that way and think that way.
Nigga, I know Africans born in America that feel like that. Like, them niggas are African American for real, and they still feel like they are just holier than fucking thou. Like,
yeah,
you American too. The fuck, like,
but what's crazy?
You one removed. I'm 3 removed. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Facts. What's crazy too is that all of these people all over the country envy white skin, right? Meanwhile, white skin is trying to make themselves look like us. They going to tanning. They getting their butt done. They getting their lips done. They getting everything done to be fuller, rounder, to look black. And other countries, you have Africa, you have Asia, you have anywhere where people are brown. I really haven't heard about it in like Mexico or South America or Latin America, really. But like in Asia, Africa, all of that, their biggest commodity over there is skin bleaching cream.
Yep.
And they have like racist ass commercials that show how fucked up your life is being dark and how great your life will be being white and being light. And that shit is crazy because
y'all look stupid as fuck when you do that.
Y'all look stupid. Like even when I went to Jamaica, like I saw the bitches with like black knuckles. Like their knuckles were black. Yeah. But their skin was light because, you know, it's hard to bleach like your joints and shit.
Yeah, that's what a bone.
I guess because it's always bending or I don't know. But it's hard to bleach like your joints. And I'm just like, yo, like, but I feel like out of everybody, we the most hyped to be, we the most hyped at being us. Like we have all these blues, but 99.9% of black people I know wouldn't choose to be anything else. Even with all the oppression, with all the shit that's over your head, like they wouldn't choose to be like anything else. Would you be, you know, you talked about like the businesses and like shit like that. Are two-part questions. Are you in a position to boycott businesses that are outwardly against us? Second part of that question is, do you think us as a whole is ready to do something like that?
So I got a free chicken fillet sandwich coupon, right? I want to pose this to you because do I use it? Can I use it? Because I'm not buying anything. Chick-fil-A has been the question all week, though. I'm not buying it. Go ahead. I'm not buying it. I'm just getting the sandwich. I'm not buying it. Fries. I'm gonna get a free water and some Polynesian sauce. Okay. Can I use that? Let me ask you. What do you think? Free chicken fillet sandwich. That's it. That's all I'm getting. I got fries at the crib.
Listen. I'm 100% down with free. You know what I mean? I think in a very generalized way, I feel like that is okay.
Me too.
However, the question is, are you going to stop eating Chick-fil-A? Because one thing I can say about Chick-fil-A, I don't feel like Chick-fil-A has ever hid who they were. They just had bomb chicken and we just kept going for it. And
if nothing else, you have to respect
it. You do.
Like they ain't never been on no backdoor shit. Like, yeah, we on some fuck shit. And like you find out like, oh no, like, no, we've been like this. Come on down.
Yeah, they always been Sunday. Like that.
We're super Christian and like, this is what we are. And if you'd like to have some chicken, we'd love to sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much it.
I think of Chick-fil-A as like, think of whatever like your favorite thing, like your favorite meal in the world is. And then that shit is cooked to perfection and it tastes great, but it's gonna make you sick. Mm-hmm. But you eat it anyway.
Yeah, that shit is
because it tastes good, it look good, it was handed to you on a silver platter. Like Chick-fil-A,
it's gluten
tricks us.
That's your gluten. How you love gluten?
I do eat grilled nuggets. Yeah, facts. I ain't gonna lie, I had some grilled nuggets 2 days ago. Like,
well, the letter didn't come out then, so.
But I mean, again, Chick-fil-A has always been Chick-fil-A.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
and then nice. It's like a good, nice old lady that hands you cookies and shit. I know. And you're like, she's so nice, she's so sweet. But then so she get in the house, she's like, I just gave this nigga some cookies.
Oh, not even that. Like, I don't even think it's to that level. I think she's a nice like lady that your fucking grandma used to fucking wash her clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, I love the blacks. I have, like Bessie come down to my house every day and, like that type shit. Like she got some warm cookies for you because you just in the house, but she's still like your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like, giving your grandma like, $20 for the week after cleaning her house all week. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I look at it more so like that because like they nice to you, like, and as a child you don't know otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Let grandma tell you. You know what I'm saying? But like you just know you getting some lemonade and some fucking cookies type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's true.
It's just fucked up.
Are we in a position to leave Chick-fil-A alone? Because I feel like Chick-fil-A is like one of the biggest
pain
points for black people.
Wendy's is definitely out of here. Taco Bell, you can peace out.
Yeah.
New Balance
I'm easy on that, even though those spicy nuggets, I'm a little bit sad about those spicy nuggets, but all right.
Yeah, I don't really eat that shit. My kids eat it more so than that, and it just gives me a reason not to buy them shit from there. So that's cool.
And it's cheap.
Waffle House is tough. IHOP and Waffle House are tough.
Mm-hmm.
Those are tough.
I feel like Chick-fil-A is probably the toughest.
It's a toughest.
To be completely honest.
I definitely go there way more often than anything. It's like
the number one toughest thing for me.
And New Balance. New Balance is bad, but they just gave 10,000.
You love New Balance. I haven't bought a pair of New Balance since Trump.
I love New Balances. I
have New Balance and I wore them, but I have not purchased any since Trump was elected.
Yeah,
and you sent me New Balance all day long. You love New Balance.
It was some rare shit.
And I'm from DC, and you love New Balance more.
I've always loved New Balance. Like those are. I love them to this day. Like
you love New Balance.
I do. I love them. Them shits be jamming though. Like them shit, they get like they've been coming crazy with the colorways, and they like super goddamn comfortable and shit. And like you can just them shits be crazy. There was some red
now with new racist red.
They got them. They got some nigga like them shits was so fire. Them shits straight MAGAs.
Let me get them MAGA sixes.
Nigga, them MAGA balances.
You feel the oppression at every step.
The word, the 7, them shits is the 1619s. The New Balance 1619.
New Balance 1619.
1619 is when slavery started. New Balance has numbers on their fucking shoes, just in case.
For y'all who don't know,
for the slow folks in the back. So I just want the joke would have been so much better if I didn't have to explain it, but at least you got it, so whatever. But yeah, man, I think Chick-fil-A for sure. Definitely Chick-fil-A for sure.
Chick-fil-A gonna be the hardest for me. Like I feel like, to be completely honest, Chick-fil-A and like Amazon will be the hardest for me. Like right now.
Jeff Bezos better not. I'll tell you that. Like you better hide that shit, nigga. You better fucking, cause I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Cause like that shit comes, especially during these times, my wife don't go nowhere. Once we get back in a regular life, then I'll be fine. But like prior to, nah, cause my wife literally like, that's all it's Amazon. Like them niggas come to my house every day. They have been coming to my house every day for 3 days. They're made for 3 months. No bullshit. Every day. Not lying. No bullshit.
It. Cause you can literally get anything and it's free. Like I don't even have to go to the store. Like I order some vitamins. Normally I would just go to CVS or Walmart or GNC.
Can't fuck with CVS.
And get vitamins. True. I got 40% off coupon. I wanted to get some elderberry with it. Some elderberry gummies. Can I use my 40% off coupon?
Can you use it? Ask them, call Walgreens like, hey, I got a CVS coupon. I'd love to use it at your store.
Ooh, that's lit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, advice. Do y'all price match on coupons and shit, nigga? Like, cause
hey,
I ain't turning down the business. You know what I'm
saying? That's true. That's true. Let me ask you this. We talked about, being pride and having pride in being black and all of those things. Do you think someone can be black and successfully blue at the same time? And when I say that, I mean be a police officer. Because we just had 5 police officers arrested along with 1 white officer in Atlanta arrested for basically torturing and tasing some people who weren't even protesting. They were just in their fucking car. Like,
yeah, like, bro, I'm trying to go to the crib. I got my girl with me. We was about to go watch a movie and fuck and use
minding my own fucking business.
Whole fucking night. Like, yeah, man.
I saw them throw a fucking tear gas bomb in a car with a pregnant woman.
Yeah, did you see the nigga that tried to like throw like the motherfucker who rolled up and tried to throw the bomb and the niggas threw the bomb back in his car and that shit exploded?
Yes. That shit was crazy.
Yo, isn't that mad crazy? I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm like, and then, bro, that shit was crazy. Bro, there's been so much shit, my nigga. Like, I think this weekend I know for a fact I am deleting Instagram and Facebook. I am doing it for my sanity, and I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to enjoy the sun rays with my children.
Are you coming back or are you deleting it for good?
Yeah, I'll be back. Nah.
Oh, you just trying to make sure you don't have it.
Yeah, otherwise, like, I don't know what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I just gotta chill. I need to do it. I've never really done it. I've never really done it ever. And I always say I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it like, Friday. Is there anything I need to? Yeah, I'm gonna keep YouTube. I'm gonna definitely keep YouTube, but I'm deleting Facebook and fucking Instagram. I'll probably keep Twitter just so I can see what the news is going on. But for video,
Twitter is just Instagram with words.
I know. I love Twitter though.
It's the same thing. I know. See, you're not willing to give up your Twitter. I love
Instagram,
Twitter too,
but the videos and shit, like the videos
it's a little
and
bit
shit.
More traumatizing.
Yeah, like because that's all it is. It's just images, like versus words. Like niggas can be like, "Yo, niggas goddamn start tripping." That wasn't a that like I can read that and be like, "Oh shit, niggas is tripping." But I ain't like it may or may not necessarily have a video attached to it. Versus like Facebook. Or even if it's a post, you know, somebody's making a post, but then the videos soon come and following the next thread. So I think I'm gonna try to do that and just go to the beach on fucking Saturday and Sunday, or maybe like Saturday and just ride down there and enjoy the beach. That's what I love about North Carolina. You can just drive to the beach in 2 hours and be right in Wilmington. You know,
I've never been to the beach. Yes, I don't think I've ever been to the beach in North Carolina.
Word? You never been to Wilmington?
I've been to some lakes and like waterways, but I don't think I've ever been to the beach. Every time I go to the beach in that vicinity, it's always South Carolina. I go to like Myrtle. And I lived there for a very long time.
Wilmington is so much better than Myrtle. Like it's just, the beaches are cleaner, the water's prettier. Myrtle sucks. I hate fucking Myrtle. Like I ain't gonna say it sucks, but like it's just a different type of.
North Myrtle is nice. I like North Myrtle. I don't stay in South Myrtle Beach because that's where everybody else is.
Yeah.
Like, and the kids and shit, you know, I be trying to be away from kids. North Myrtle Beach, I go there, but I haven't been there in a minute. I don't think I've been to Myrtle Beach since I moved to Atlanta.
It ain't fucking with Wilmington. Like, if you get a chance, like, just, like, I mean, Oak Island is, like, North Carolina got some beautiful beaches, and the water's way prettier than South Carolina. Like, once it gets to South Carolina, it turns, like, shit brown. But, like, in North Carolina, the water's still blue.
It gets darker as the racism gets darker.
That's true. That's true. You know, that's, like, if you ever been to Charleston and seen how water and brown and shit their water is? You ever seen that?
No, I've never been to Charleston.
Oh, Charleston, though. You gotta go to Charleston. You'll
love
Charleston.
I've been wanting to go to Charleston. But it seems like every time I'm about to go to Charleston, my situation.
Well,
yeah, Charleston just seemed like one of them places. Like Charleston seemed like one of them. I've never been, but what I've gotten from it is like you would want to go like a boo.
Yeah, it's buoy. It's definitely
buoy. Yeah,
it's buoy. Yeah. But I mean, you could go with like your peoples too, though. Like it's mad shit. Like especially because like that's where the Civil War started. That's where they shot, the cannon and shit to start the Civil War from the Bank of Charleston. Right there, it's on the Battery and shit. So like Charleston's steeped in fucking black culture too. They still got the slave auctions and all the slave houses and all that shit still up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they also have what's called the Battery. So the Battery, again, all things go back to bullshit with white folks, but the Battery it was a oceanfront property, right? That was owned completely by black people. These big ass fucking big. I'm talking about like the houses. Tyler Perry and fucking Oprah have houses over there in this particular part. It was called the Battery, and it all used to be owned by black people. And
nice.
Like I said, it overlooks the water, but South Carolinians, like the white people wanted it to gentrify it early and whenever. I can't remember, in the 1800s, I guess, or 1900s. I don't know. They raised the taxes crazy.
There in the 1800s.
Well, they just raised the fuck out of the taxes to the point where niggas couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? And then so their houses, the houses and land went for, dirt, pennies on the fucking dollar because, people couldn't afford it. So people came in there and swooped in and bought these made these huge, beautiful mansions, like even better. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is beautiful. It's really nice. And to know it was owned by black people was even more. But then obviously the second part of that story is, the same thing that they've done, historically forever. Like people don't really talk about that. Like they talk about the Black Wall Streets and shit like that. But the Battery it wasn't necessarily like there's shops and shit now because, it's like right on the water in downtown, but it's really dope, man. It's really, if you like history and shit, it's shit dope. Yeah, shit's fly. But it's shitty ass water though. Like the water is brown as fuck though. Like,
so don't go for the water.
Yeah, don't go for the water.
All right, bet.
But they got cruises and shit out of there, shit though. That's the reason I went, because I went on a cruise and shit. So, but then I like history and all that other shit. So I was walking around seeing all the black history and shit like that. Shit was dope.
As this then turned into a Visit Charleston commercial.
I know. I don't know how.
Going back to the black and blue shit though.
Oh shit! Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I gotta laugh with this.
Way to keep it on track.
Hey, black and blue. I'll comment.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be tough for me. At this point.
I feel like, I feel like, okay, y'all already know what my job is. My job is ethics. My job is rooted in making sure people do the right thing to other people. Like, that's the whole point of my job, but it's in a corporate form, right? So I'm the person that makes sure that everybody's being treated fairly. There are no nefarious acts going on. There is no ethical dilemmas that you chose the wrong answer for, right? So that's my job. And when I think about that, I think about myself and I think about who I am as a person. And then like shit starts to form as to what makes you who you are and why you have certain jobs that you have in XYZ. I like my job. I like the type of job that I do. If I don't think I could knowingly work for an organization that did not give a fuck about a certain group of people or about anybody, really, right? So my job is to find those individuals who don't have integrity, who does not have human decency, and make sure the organization is eliminated of those individuals who are not committed to doing business ethically, right? I don't think I could be a cop. I don't think I can be a cop because I don't believe in their organization. Morally, as a person, I cannot sit back and know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Not like it was some rumors they didn't kill somebody, not like some rumors or some hearsay in which they might have been a little bit excessive with a particular person. But we have facts. We know that blue stands up for blue. And I can't see myself being blue before I'm black. Right? I'm black all the time. So I couldn't work for an organization that I knowingly go against the people that look just like me. I don't think I can do that. And I feel like they don't pay you enough to be a cop to have to take on all that shit. You can find another job making as much as you would make as a cop. So I just for me, I just don't think I can do it. I understand other people have different scenarios and different moral compasses and all of those type things. And I know a couple cops. And a couple of them that I know that, their whole thing is, I do what I can. I make sure it's not popping where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know. I just don't feel like I could do that job or that job is still an honorable position at this point in time.
Yeah, I get it. It's difficult, you know what I mean, in terms of that for sure. Cause it's still good people out. It's still good people on the force, right? And there's still motherfuckers who want to make a change and want to do right. See, and that's just like the whole bad apple spoils the batch type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's and it's difficult, because again, it's a deep disdain for them, and how they've treated our people, but, and just, how they came to be, right? Like, if you know the history of fucking, police officers, I think I talked about it on the last show or whatever, but originally they were slave capture. So, it's just the fundamentals and the ideals that fraternity of people is founded on, right? So, it's kind of hard to shake that again because it's still institutionalized, it's still systematic and systemic. So it's kind of hard to, get around that. But at the same time, in that other corner, is, you know, some good cops that are doing, you know, serving and protecting, you know what I mean? As the motto goes. So, but again, it's hard to see the blades when you're in the blender. So all you know is that these motherfuckers who is chopping your ass the fuck down, you know what I'm saying? And turning your ass into a fucking smoothie, you know what I'm saying? For real. So it's just, you know, it's kind of hard to be, you know, like, you know, get stabbed in the eye by one motherfucker and then, you know, go to the hospital and they treat you. But you like, shit, I ain't got my fucking eye because this motherfucker stabbed me. So it's just hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard to, you know, kind of, you know, point one way or the other. But I guess my compass is leaning like, fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, cause they still tear gassing motherfuckers. Like, cause you see like, while you see a motherfucker in Stockton, like, I'm gonna march with y'all. I heard my mom, You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's cool. But y'all motherfuckers is tear gassing people that are sitting on their ass being, peacefully protesting.
But that's the part where I don't understand because I feel like those good cops should be protesting.
Right.
Like they should have a strike going on right now.
Right, nigga. Like,
they should have a strike going on. They have not did anything on their side to quell the violence, to stop fucking police brutality. Like they haven't did anything. It's like this one good cop here, this one good cop there, but silence is still an answer, right? So you might be a cop that treat everybody great, but you can't tell me these good cops don't know about these bad cops, my nigga.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that.
I don't
you
see
know about
how
your
you can
coworkers?
justify a motherfucking, like, I couldn't be in the car with a gas mask, you know, or not a gas mask, but like, yo, we about to go tear gas these niggas. No, I'm not. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, these motherfuckers ain't even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, I couldn't even get the order for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't do that, Cal. I'm insubordinate. I'm not tear gassing these people because they ain't doing shit.
Like, I feel like if you a good cop, you should be protesting right now. Y'all should be striking right now. If you a good cop, you need to be like, I'm not doing none of that shit. Could you still, you know, kind of like keep the peace if some shit break out, but shit was like peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stand up because this behavior is being condoned. And, you know, I'm hearing like, Barack Obama talk about, damn, what the fuck was he talking about? Your force, like your force manual or something, but basically like your training manual on how to like apprehend criminals and all that shit, right? So Keisha, Les Bottles was like, okay, I'm with it. Like, sent out her tweet like Obama, like we accept the challenge, like this is what we're gonna do. But I'm really confused as to why more of this has not been happening. Like I don't feel like a lot of energy has been put into police reform.
Yeah.
Like nothing really. You know what I'm saying? Like why do you feel like even, listen, I've been places just in my corporate life where some shit going on, they're going to at least create the illusion that they're trying to fix the shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, they going, you know what I'm saying? They going to start this, you know, a black affinity group where black people get to meet. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Employee engagement groups. Like, they going to do that. Whether they give a fuck or not, they know it's a good look. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our government is just like, they ain't even giving you that look. Like, I want you to know what's up. Yeah, like, I want you to know you don't have no power.
Like them niggas tripping over there now. That's crazy. The government definitely hit you with that's crazy. Hit you with that old word. That's wild. That's crazy. Shit, I'm gonna call you back though. I'm gonna call you back though, bro. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like they hit you with all that.
I gotta charge my phone.
Like, hold on, hello? Yo, boy, I'm about to get out the car. Let me call you right back. Motherfuckers hit you with all type of shit when they try to get off the phone and some shit. Like, boy, hey, look, shit, I got the damn, hey, I got to make my bed. Let me call you right back. That's how the government doing us, man. Calling us right back.
No, that really is. That really is.
Hitting the side button, niggas.
Listen, they making sure that you know what's up. They making sure that you don't get it confused. And that, this shit gonna always go down. And I just always sit back and be like, yo, one nigga literally ruined the world.
Ruined that motherfucker, yo.
Like, ruined that shit, bro. Like,
he a wild nigga. Don't give a fuck about it.
He don't give a fuck.
It's crazy to watch. Like, he is the most cavalier. He is the epitome of a white fucking, like, billionaire. He's that motherfucker.
He's not even a billionaire. Shit.
Well, he got a lot of money. He got more money.
He got arrogance, though, for a billionaire.
That motherfucker,
sure.
That motherfucker, he got it. Boy, you would think his goddamn dick touching the floor the way he got him walk around. He got the big dick energy,
you think
man.
He gotta roll that big.
Like, that motherfucker probably ain't shit. He got a little tutu in that motherfucker, man. A little pinky. But that motherfucker, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
Pew, pew, pew.
That nigga crazy, cuz. Like, that nigga tear gas niggas to get them niggas out the way so he go take a picture at the fucking church with the Bible upside down. Come on, man.
Oh my God. You can't make this shit up.
That's some of the hardest shit ever.
You can't make this shit up.
Hey, yo, move them niggas, yo. I'm about to go over and take a picture. Yo, tell them niggas to move. Tell them to move, yo.
Real quick.
yo, grab my phone. Take a picture of me,
yo. That nigga is wild.
Bro, that nigga
he a
cold.
Wild dude, man.
That motherfucker, hey, look. That motherfucker.
He is like the most horrible person ever in the invention of people.
I do not like that motherfucker.
I don't feel like Hitler was this bold, bro.
Nah.
I don't feel like Hitler
I don't know. Hitler was
came
probably
at
wild
you
too,
like
though.
this.
Hitler was probably wild. That motherfucker.
But it wasn't cameras on Hitler every day, so you could see how wild Hitler was.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Like, he probably was like that. That nigga. He enslaved mad motherfuckers himself too. Like, he was a wild.
And killed niggas.
Bruh, he fucking a whole race of people. Like, damn near.
Tried to totally eradicate a whole race of people.
Nigga, you had these niggas. You set up fucking like concentrate, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, it's been some wild motherfuckers. White people is crazy, man.
Listen, it's Jewish.
Y'all motherfuckers been nuts forever. God, so mighty.
No, like, for real, like, white people, like, B said, B was telling me, he has a Caucasian friend that listens to our show. And, I was like, yo, that's dope. Like, I always am intrigued.
Shout out to L Bug. That's my nigga.
Shout out to L Bug. Is her name Lauren?
Her name is Lauren. But I call her Bug though, cause she hip though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't like
a white girl. And it was L. I was like, her name gotta be Lauren.
Yeah,
she seems like
Lauren.
A Lauren
For sure.
Yo, I'm always intrigued because I feel like if you're a white person and you listen to this show, like, you're a real one, cause it ain't about you. If it ain't about you,
yeah.
And if it is about you, you still listening because maybe you trying to see what we talking about in the black people meeting, or, you know what I'm saying, you trying to educate yourself, see what's up.
Yeah.
But, I feel like I love that white people listen to this show, but I feel like we have to figure out how to work together. And I don't know what that looks like.
I don't know either.
I don't know what collaboration looks like. Like, realistically, how do we accomplish that? How do you think we accomplish that?
I think it's
like
just,
the harmony.
I don't know, man. I think maybe we just need to spend more time together. That's the only thing. Like, I don't know how we get to that level, but I'm sure, like.
But I still feel like that's us trying to.
Yeah, they need to spend time.
Train them, because what we are trained in is just basic human fucking decency. I don't want to see nobody get fucked up. I don't want to see nobody die. I don't want to see nobody be mishandled.
For sure. Because, like, we're still super, like I said on the last episode, like, we are the most fucking forgiving and compassionate people of all time. Yes, everything that we can get violent and shit, but more times than not, we gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be some fuck shit, because we learned that shit from y'all. You know what I'm saying? And just, again, it's crazy niggas out here that just do weirdo shit. But for the majority of the time, like, it's gonna be some fuck shit, but at the same time, like, before the fuck shit, it's gonna be a good time. You know what I'm saying? Or afterwards.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time. In some capacity, or at the night or day, whatever type of event you're gonna have. Like,
just like this podcast.
And y'all motherfuckers could come and shit, and we never would ridicule you. You know what I mean? Like, we'll never ostracize you for being white. They might look at you like, this motherfucker here. And then,
they might crack some jokes on you, but trust everybody been cracked on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or shit, if anything, motherfucker gonna stay away from your ass because they might think you're the police. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but,
for sure, 21 Jump Street.
For sure, man. So, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, bro. This shit is a lot. I do
want to give a shout out to, like, Paris and Germany and all of these other countries that's like been
allies.
Hell yeah. Do you think we do that? Like, as a country, do you think?
Nah, nigga, we just go over there and bomb shit.
But like, do we?
Yeah, nah, we pray for Paris and shit like that.
We do. But I don't know if we marching for Paris, though.
Hell, I'm not marching.
We posted for Paris. We ain't marching for Paris.
Yeah, I ain't marching for Paris. Hell no. Appreciate y'all. I'm done, nigga. I ain't even been to Paris. I might get over there like, this shit lame. I ain't fucking. Y'all niggas lame as hell. Like, y'all niggas ain't even been to Paris. Them niggas is lame.
But you know, like when Notre Dame was burning and Australia was burning, a lot of shit that happened this year, my nigga.
Bruh, but crazy.
But you know, like white people was crying and shit over here, but we was thinking like, y'all don't cry like that when shit go down over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible? Is it possible?
They gonna like, you wild out like fucking, we tripping over here now. Y'all niggas hold us down. Some shit just going down. Like, y'all ain't see that shit? Now you wild out. Your turn, nigga. Fuck me.
Now you wild out. No, I feel like we don't do that. Like,
I ain't doing it.
And that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
but maybe they feel like America is just so fucked up. Somebody got to help them out.
Like,
honestly, they don't have
like they getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Man, I don't know either. And I just feel like eventually we have to get to a place where everybody. Again, I thought all the old white races were going to die soon.
Right.
But the shit that I'm seeing, like, their roots run deep. When you got motherfuckers that's teenagers going shooting up churches and shit. Like, we got a long ways to go, man. And I just feel like we got to figure it out. And I feel like we don't have to figure it out. It's kind of like they got to figure it out. But it's kind of like with your kids, right? Like, you can try to teach your kid how to do something, or you can kind of sit back and let them figure it out for themselves. But you know it's going to be faster if you teach them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to keep falling off this bike for a fucking month. But if I go teach them, they'll be riding in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like. Like, I feel like I don't want to fucking have to help white people be decent fucking human beings.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to teach you that. I don't want to have to teach you that, man. And that should be our responsibility to teach you how to be a decent fucking human being. That's it.
For sure. And you white motherfuckers that was all lives matter and shit, and in Philly with them bats, y'all in the wrong part of Philly. Go to the other side. Like, don't run up on them white people with that shit. Take that shit to the black people that you really want to take it to. I don't know if you saw that. You see that?
I didn't see that.
It was some white boys in Philly and shit, and it was like a couple middle to older white age, you know, not white age, middle age, middle to later age,
that's like 50, 60. Age is plus 20 years.
Yeah, whatever. It's like 50 or 60 year old, you know, white folks in Philly, and they was on the corner with like Black Lives Matter shit, and the white boys, like, it was like 5 or 6 white boys that came with them with bats and shit and telling them to put the signs down and all that other shit like that. Or they was going, you know, like, they weren't saying like, we'll beat your ass, but like, they kept hitting the bats and saying like, take that shit down. This is our neighborhood. This is other, you know, like, basically like, get the fuck out of here and like threatening the people and shit. Man, listen, go to West Philly, go by Meek Mill and whatever, North Philly and all that. Go over there with that shit.
Chases off.
Yeah, go with Beans and them niggas, state property and them niggas.
Oh yeah, go there. Go where Beans at.
I don't know. Beans kind of old and fat now, but.
What about Cassidy?
Cassidy be making beats. He ain't fucking. Did you see Cassidy making them beats that time? Did you ever see Cassidy making them beats?
No, you told me about it.
Jesus Christ. It was the funniest shit ever, man.
Oh, is it like, give us like, you know, some final words on this, whatever you want to say. And then like, give us some tips and some positivity or something. We can
I don't know.
Close this discussion out on some hope. We need to give hope. We need to supplement the hope where our president is not.
J.R. Smith. Shout out to fucking J.R. Smith for beating the shit out of that motherfucker who ran up on his goddamn car. Like, y'all motherfuckers, hey, white people, don't
get done up.
Yeah, run up and get done up. Don't be just hitting motherfucker random people shit, man. Like, I get it. Like, you want to loot, and this is the time that you feel like you're an anarchist, and you know this is your moment if you're not down with the protest. But be careful, because you might run up onto a 6'5" former NBA champion that's trying to get a job and still in shape and busting ass every goddamn day. And you hit his fucking truck, and he got a whole lot of shit going on. And you gonna get your ass whooped. And I just want to shout him out because he beat the shit out of that dude, and I loved every second of it. And that shit looked like he kicked the shit out of it. Like, J.R. Smith can fight. Shout out to J.R.
Hey, look, before you give your positive message, that reminded me, I meant to ask you about something that's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind, the fact that like all these police and agitators are like being caught on camera.
Yeah.
If the goal is for them to go out and incite these riots, which that's what they're successfully doing, and bricks are being placed strategically in places and windows are just being broken. Now, it's a difference between a fucking protester, a looter, and an opportunist. You could have been a protester and then became an opportunist.
Yeah, for
and then there were other motherfuckers who came just to do the looting.
Right.
So first of all, separate the protesters from the looters and the opportunists. But it's just amazing to me, going back to the point, like it's amazing to me that all of these people are being caught on camera that don't look like us, that are not allies, that are police, that are other people. What the fuck you think the deal is? You think it's a glitch in the matrix where they just gonna think they gonna Men in Black us and we not gonna realize that just happened? Like,
yeah, I don't know, bro.
What's up with that? Is that not amazing to you?
Yeah, I mean, bro, we've been killing motherfuckers on camera, and motherfuckers have been dying on camera and getting off. Like this shit is, motherfuckers gonna do whatever the fuck they want, and they hiding.
Fuck cameras.
They hiding in plain sight. Like they letting you niggas know, like, oh, we are going to do this, and you're not going to do anything about it. So.
And had Daddy Boo Boo?
Yeah, like, here we go. God, peace out. Damn. Yeah. So, I don't got much else to say, man.
Give them some mental
talk for another fucking hour, about the shit, but I don't want to. So, yeah, I just, I love all you, all of my black people. I love you. I pray for you nightly, more so than ever.
That's awesome.
And then, good white folks, allies, I appreciate y'all. I don't feel like we have to, say how much we appreciate the good white folks, because it's really not about y'all. It's about us. And, cause I see like people on Facebook, like white friends, I'm just letting you know that we're not we're not racist. White people, black people can't be racist because we can't use it in an authoritative power. Like we can be prejudiced, we can be, things like that because we have a reason to be. And it's more so just because of the actions that you've had in the past.
It all goes back to you. However we feel, right. Really all goes back to you. So it's still your fault.
For sure. FYI. So, I don't think we have to celebrate them. If you do, that's more power to you. But I know the white people that I fuck with, have reached out and, or nothing else, sharing some shit on Facebook or fucking Instagram or whatever, like it needs to be more, but it's a lot of y'all that ain't even doing that. So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But, as far as that goes, man, I just love everybody. I'm praying that these times, subside and something comes beautiful. Like I pray that a phoenix rises. I'm realistic. I understand that it's going to take a long time. Probably in my grandkids' lives, probably. I hope, I'm optimistic in that regard. Maybe hopefully sooner, shoot for the stars, land on the moon type of deal. But, just like what I plan on doing, I'm getting rid of Instagram and social media. That shit'll be there. I'm gonna recharge for the weekend. I've never personally done that, so I recommend that.
That's dope.
Go to the beach, you know what I'm saying? Spend time with your family. Do something.
Still
you know
social distance until we get
social
the numbers.
distance. Because COVID may have gone away. Who knows?
Listen, I think COVID did go away, but
yeah, I think that.
But I feel like these riots will tell us. All these people been together,
or it'll do what's called herd immunity. So like when when you're around people, like that's just natural herd immunity when multiple animals
Never heard
together.
Of that. That's awesome.
Herd immunity. Look it up. Basically, but it's like when multiple animals, several of them are going to die, but then you just start to, that's if you look at it like in the wild.
Like, damn, so straightforward, like Trump said, he's like, some of y'all gonna die.
Yeah, people die, but then you start to, as you start to get accustomed to it and starts to get in people's systems, and it kind of gets diluted a bit as it trashes through. So it's not as strong, you know what I'm saying? So it's called herd immunity. So I think that's happening now.
Yes, Dr. Bill.
Yeah, I'll be out here. But yeah, so, just definitely social distance still. But yeah, just do whatever you need to, man. I know I'm personally tired of walking my neighborhood. I'm personally tired of being at my house. So I'm going away, to the beach this weekend for some scenery. Go see your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Social distance, just whatever you feel like you can do. You know what I'm saying? That'll keep you safe. Go buy a gun.
Go buy a gun.
Definitely buy a gun. I went to the range yesterday. I went to the range
Everybody
yesterday.
Have a gun by Juneteenth.
Mad black people in that motherfucker. That shit was lit. Literally.
Nice.
So, I'm going for my concealed. Damn, I can't go no fucking where Saturday. God damn it. Never mind. Scratch all that. But,
forget all that I just said. I'll be on social media. You can find me at B Hill.
I might not, but fuck, I forgot about that. So I'll probably be, cause I got to take a concealed weapon class on Saturday. I just forgot about that. I'm glad I reminded myself.
Gang. Listen, I'm going to get mine on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my concealed on Monday.
Yeah. Shoot that bitch.
Yeah, that's
Train
the 15th.
No, I don't know, but because the 15th is next.
No, the next Monday.
Yeah,
the 15th.
So,
that's when the government buildings open back up.
That's it, man. So that's it for me. Do what you need to do. Smoke some weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed always helps me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, it's like my
gang.
Don't give a fuck button. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's all I got. Love y'all. Peace out.
I would say you either with us or you against us. Period. There is no middle ground on this. There is no, well, maybe, or you should think about it. No, the fact of the matter is, Black people is being hunted, has always been hunted, and will continue to be hunted out here like animals, like the animals y'all call us, until everybody, and when I mean everybody, I really mean those of you in power, the white people. Like, y'all got to get it together. If you listening to this podcast, then you obviously with the shits. You know what's up. What I ask you to do is try to bestow your love and knowledge of Black people and just people in general onto your family members and your friends that may think differently. As Black people, we'll cut a motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you too egregious, we will cut you the fuck off. And so you got to be in a position where if determine if you're willing to be friends, family members, or whatever with somebody who just don't give a fuck about a human life, regardless of the color of it. Like, if you could just sit and watch somebody be killed and then, like, go eat your green bean casserole or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got to come together, and this is not the first time, the 5th time, or the 100th time that we've seen this happen. But people fucking fed up. How long are we going to continue to be fed up and sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired? I just want to make sure that we're all standing up for what we believe in. And that advocacy and that protest can be in many different ways. So I don't feel like you personally have to be down there on the front line because it's very, very dangerous. But we can impact the pockets of these organizations that don't support us. We can go vote. We can do things in our own community to help. If you're really interested in being a cop or becoming a cop or currently a cop, it's your job to report cops that are not on the up and up because they're making your life dangerous as well. Because if people don't fuck with cops, people don't fuck with cops. They don't know you feed the homeless on the weekend. They don't know you adopted 2 black babies. They don't know none of that. All they know is you represent someone who has been adamantly hunting me out in these streets and baiting me. Coming up, fucking with you just so you can do something. Found out George Floyd's fucking $20 bill was real. Like, regardless, if he walked in that bitch with a brake trucks full of forgeries, he didn't deserve that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it saddens me. But just do your part. If that's posting, if that's boycotting, if that's getting the black bank, if that's supporting black business, we got to be able to support each other in a way and just take care of your mental health. If you have to detach. Because shit, once your motherfucking brain goes, it's curtain from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to get back right. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all just be safe and know that I love y'all and thank y'all for anybody who's hearing the sound of my voice. Thank you. Shout out to, my homeboy Doug. I always like when I meet friends of mine or see friends of mine who I didn't even know listen to the show or just people who listen to the show. And, they tell us about the show and how they like the show. So shout out to my man Doug.
Brother Fresh.
I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Check us out at theaintshitshow.com. Y'all know that's an X where the I will be. Follow us on social, Twitter, Instagram, IG, Facebook. Where we at. You can listen on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that. And tell a friend, man. We like to end the show with a quote, but instead of a quote today, I want to leave you with this poem by Teresa the Songbird.
You so black. You so black. When you smile, the stars come out. You so black when you born, the God come out. Black is not. Black when it's wrong and black when it's right. Black is pyramids and mathematics. Black is melanized in magic. Black is televised and in need of drastic black advancement. Black enhances, black with chances, black with privilege, black with pride, black on purpose on the black hand side, black and beautiful, black and blessed and highly favored, praise the Lord, black and blessed, black and so much more, black and nothing less, black and educated, black is brilliant. Black is strong. Black is resilient. Black is song. Black is infinite, like hip hop or space. Black is grace. Black is love. Black makes babies. Black babies grow up. Black is tough. Black is hard to do. Black is me. Black is you. Black is not something we get to choose, but it is something we get to cherish. It's something we get to wear, and we get to rock this with honor. I'm black like my granddaddy and my great-great-great-great-grandma. Black is that lift every voice and sing. Black is that letting your freedom ring and resound. Black is adjective, adverb, color, and noun. You so black. Oh, you so black. When you smile, the stars come out. Baby, you so black. When you're born, the God come out.
And until next week, I want y'all to manifest y'all destiny. Love yourself. Keep being black. Keep being proud. And the marathon continues. And we out.
Yeah.